Hi guys, welcome back to the web. So today I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do a video actually on Ghana and just have an overview because it's a very interesting country. I've did a video on it before and I'm gonna do um, an interview on Ghana. So I wanted to go into more specifically the problems that Ghana is actually faced with, and this information is coming from the World Bank. So guys, please like and subscribe and tune into the video. Let's begin. So we're at blogs.worldbank.org. Ghana balancing economic growth and depletion of resources. That's a headline. Ghana has an impressive story of economic growth, but this comes with a warning. The natural resources that underpin this success must be protected and sustainably managed. Over the past 30 years, an increase in the price and production of cocoa, gold, and oil helps transform Ghana. Real GDP growth quadrupled. Extreme poverty dropped by half. And in 2011, Ghana moved to a lower middle income country status. The fundamental question is, how can Ghana, how can this impressive development, anchored firmly on natural capital, continue to deliver gains in macroeconomic growth and poverty reduction? In recent, the recent World Bank Ghana Country Environmental Analysis (CEA) responds by providing the scale, scope, and economic effects of environmental degradation on society. Air, plastics, and water pollution affect health and hygiene. Gold mines, unmanaged solid waste, and contaminated sites release hazardous chemicals. Land degradation, deforestation, and overfishing heavily impact livelihoods and limit drivers of growth. According to the CEA, environmental degradation costs $6.3 billion annually, or nearly 11% of Ghana's 2017 GDP. Non-renewable resources such as gold and oil cannot sustain growth as resources deplete, while renewable resources like cocoa, timber, and other tree and food crops depend on good environmental stewardship. There are clear signs and scientific evidence that the erosion of the natural capital may put at risk growth, livelihood, and human health. Air pollution, the number one environmental risk to public health, costs roughly $2 billion per year and causes the premature death of nearly 16,000 people per year. Elderly account for most of the deaths, while more than half of the deaths from pneumonia in children under 5 is associated with air pollution. Water pollution causes significant damage equivalent to 3% of GDP. This is due to the health effects of inadequate water supply, poor sanitation, and discharge of solid industrial and toxic waste into water system. Oh wow, wow. Guys, this is a lot, you know. It weighs a lot on you. Let me continue. Um, Plastic pollution is rising to crisis proportion. Each day, over 3,000 metric tons of plastic waste is produced, with much of it dumped as litter or placed into improvised landfills. This waste clogs up drainage systems and pollutes the ocean. E-waste associated with the, bear with me guys, Agbog Bloshire dump site. That's Agbogblosshie. That's the name. Agbog Bloshire dump site is Accra's main source of air pollution. Here, burning electronic parts cause carcinogenic compounds into the air, while deposited toxic metals enter waterways and oceans. Each year, exposure to lead and mercury causing diseases and the lost IQ points in children cost $440 million. Poor land management leads to land degradation, costing over US $500 million a year, and to deforestation, costing US $400 million a year. 5 million hectares of forest was lost between 2001 and 2015. Over the past decade, artisanal gold mining aggravated the degradation as streams and rivers were dug up to find gold. Miners' exposure to the toxic mercury also costs $240 million in health costs. Ghana loses about 2.7 million meters square of its shore every year, with 80% of the shoreline actively eroding. Coastal erosion and flooding are particularly serious in Greater Accra, where sea level rise increases erosion intensity and raises the chance of flooding by 20%. This puts at risk communities and UNESCO World Heritage Sites such as Cape Coast, Elmina. Overfishing costs $233 million and could lead to the collapse of small pelagic fisheries and the loss of half a million jobs. Climate change heavily affects climate-sensitive sectors on which Ghana's growth is based: agriculture, forestry, and energy. It also triggers environmental diseases. In the last 40 years, floods affected 4 million people, and a 2015 flash flood in Accra caused 55 million in damages. Ghana is responding to the urgent need to protect the natural capital through evidence-based actions and concrete steps to share the impact of growth, especially in terms of food security and human development. Informed by this analysis, Ghana is prioritizing environmental issues in development planning, but it's crucial to act now to prevent the impacts of environmental degradation and climate change on vulnerable people in Ghana. It is also key to understand the importance of well-informed communities and strong institutions in seeking accountability and transparency. Finally, Ghana would benefit from advancing critical policy reforms to allocate resources and benefits to communities. Wow, this article says a lot, guys. So it breaks down the air pollution, the water pollution, plastic pollution, e-wastes, and the climate change effects that is actually happening. So you have a lot going on in Ghana, so much problems. But every nation is faced with their own problems. This is actually impacting their economic growth because they have to take money out from their GDP. A percentage of their GDP is being affected. Well, I hope they get right on it. This article is not fairly fresh, so this is from the worldbank.org. I hope you guys enjoy this article, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for coming and tuning into the web. Peace out.